set now. I can't remember if we had one or two in stock. Let's go and get our buffs anyway. It's a Sumerian King week 2. Strong against fire and sky, weak against water. Weak against earth. Weak against earth and fire. Weak against water and wind. Seems that earth weapon would be in our best interest right now because there's more weaknesses on high tier enemies. That's going to let them upgrade naturally. I guess these are only for selling too. Always get the pool entry card. Alright, let's make some armor. So I need one more armor and a beast fang to get the chest piece. I kind of like it though. Should probably see if we can upgrade this weapon while we're at it. Or make a better one. We need Sumerian armor to make the weapon too. Just gets +8 precision though. Oh, by the way, the base weapons you can upgrade in joke weapons. I think the bow is pretty good. Lobster bow. The Tanegashima. Chop sticker. And the other good ones. Oni Slicer made to the Oni Slicer Mark II. Whirlwind Club. So yeah, we don't really want to fortify, it looks like. We want to wait until we unlock the upgrade tiers. Let's make a Master's Sword just to see. Don't want to equip it though. And that can get upgraded into the Steel Bite. And now we don't know what this can get upgraded into. It looks really cool though.
Yo.
Oh.
Oh. Alrighty.
Making sure he paid the tree. So I've got all but one piece of Sumerian King's armor.
Nice.
Yeah, the chest piece
And
I didn't have enough parts for.
damn good armor, I'm assuming.
It's pretty good armor. It's better in almost every way from what I was wearing before. One out of all the attributes is lower.
Nice.
It's pretty heavy though.
Don't wear yourself out. No comment.
But yeah, aside from the chest piece, this is what it looks like.
Not bad.
The
So isn't the
weapon,
Sumerian King kind of like the final boss?
yeah. The thing is though, the weapons you have to combine Sumerian King and Nightblade drops to make.
That's annoying.
Let's send the Tenko to the Age of Grace expert.
So question. Are you
Yes.
on to the next game yet?
So right now, we're kind of post-game. So when you beat the game, they give you expert stages to do.
Okay.
Also, holy quests. Okay, this is the last request from the princess. We can't keep doing this forever, but it pains me to see her disappointed. Find a pattern coat. Thank you, Kay. We should get some mail after this if this is the last in the quest chain. Sea of Junk 5.
Well, my question.
Yeah?
My question being is that is the next game entirely different, or is it just an expansion to this?
It's a different story arc, but it's more of this. We get a new character,
Oh,
though.
okay. Do you get better graphics?
No, we just get a new NPC.
Oh, okay.
Rifle user.
So it acts more like an expansion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it is, really. Because Toukiden 2 is a whole separate game.
Will you be getting Toukiden 2 at any point, you think?
When time and money allows.
Alright, so what was I doing? What did I have left? Oh, yeah, I had to buy the rest of the spells from...
And it's more of a multiplayer thing. Oh, by the way, I'm leaving the King and I until I get some better gear. Because that's even harder Sumerian King, but it's a solo version.
Oh, joy, good luck.
Yeah, so right now I'm just unlocking the expert stages for my Tenko. So I'm going to do Turtle Soup now, which is 5 rock shells, but it gives us another age. And because a boss appeared last time, I'm going to just bring my good team right off the bat. And
And by the
have
by,
Hatsuho kill Sumerian King solo for me. But yes.
so I ended up finishing Dark Souls 3. I don't think I told the stream yet.
No, I don't think you did.
So I actually beat Dark Souls 3 on my solo character. But I have yet to start the second playthrough because I'm waiting on Broly.
Also, you don't have the DLC yet.
No, I need to pick that up. I'm going to probably tonight.
Because we really shouldn't do New Game Plus off camera without doing the DLC, and here's a boss. Just because, and my reasoning is, if we get the items from the DLC on New Game, we can get them again in New Game Plus. So we're just wasting item drops if we skip ahead.
I'll tell you what, the fucking Moonlight Greatsword is so good.
So I was playing solo today because you were just gone forever. And I've basically gotten all possible bonfires I can get without killing any more bosses.
Okay, what boss are you on? Is it one we can talk about, or?
Well, the game's been out for like 2 years. I think we can talk about everything in the game.
What boss are you on then?
We can go to Mr. Skellington. We could go to Old Demon. Or we
By
could...
Mr. Skellington, do you mean King Wolnir?
Yeah.
Oh, God. That fight is so fucking annoying.
It's kind of stupid, but...
Like, it's not even hard.
No, it's
It's just
gimmick.
annoying.
It's a gimmick fight.
Well, so is the one against Yorm, though, technically.
I think this one's easier, though. You just have to break his shackles.
Oh, yeah. No, you have to break his shackles to damage him.
But, like, that's
it's just
if.
his hitbox is fucking stupid.
You just need to break his shackles, and that's just a normal fight.
No, you kill him if you break all his shackles.
That's even better.
If you break all his shackles, he's straight up dead.
So, yeah, it's, like, super easy. You don't even have to fight the boss.
But the fucking hitbox for his shackles is retarded.
Like, it depends on the weapon you're using, too. Like, if you're using an S-stock, you're gonna have a different experience than if you're using, like, a great sword.
I think for that one I was using an ultra great sword. I can't remember.
Maybe you should just use a hammer. Maybe that's what he's weak to.
I don't think bosses have traditional weaknesses like that. At least not ones we damage directly. At least not ones we damage indirectly.
Well, you'd think if it's, like, jewelry, a hammer would be its greatest weakness.
Well, yeah, but I don't know if the game's that nuanced though. Like they might just have a straight up just damage it type situation, whereas the boss has resistances himself.
Yeah. I can't wait till we get to the Dragon Slayer armor, because I know how to be a complete scumbag on it now.
Because that seemed to be the case with the tree. I don't think the tree had any specific weaknesses on its bulbs.
Yeah, you just had to hit in the avocados.
So they're probably using a similar code for Wolnir. I'd almost bet you they are. Because, reuse of code is king in everything computer related.
Yeah. But anyway, as I said, I know how to be a complete scumbag for Dragon Slayer armor now.
Dragon Slayer armor wasn't that terrible. I summoned help for him, but he wasn't that bad.
No, but he's weak to frostbite. But
yeah, I heard about that.
Normally, you have to wait for it to run out before you can apply it again, and it only does bonus damage on the hit that activates it.
Yeah.
But apparently, if you deal fire element damage through any means, it instantly takes off frostbite, so you can reapply it immediately.
Oh, there you go.
So you can be the jack of all asses if you just throw firebomb between every proc.
So I was running into issues with the fucking Master of Storms, aka the Nameless King. He is a bitch of a fight.
That's more of a tech fight, though. Like it's
a really hard fight.
It's the fight where it's like, are you good at this game? Can you fight without locking on?
Yeah, I have issues there. I mean, I did that for when I had to kill Idix the second time.
Yeah.
And he wasn't that bad.
Like,
I mean, he was still difficult.
It's just a matter of practicing, like anything else in the game. Because games like Dark Souls, everyone says they're hard, but they're not hard. You just have to practice them.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I did with Neo.
Well, it's because people who didn't grow up on the NES don't know what it's like. But even Super Mario Brothers, when it first came out, you would die to the first Goomba. Like, it just came out of nowhere the first time you played it. you had to practice the hell out of that game, but once you beat the game, you could actually beat Super Mario Brothers in 10 minutes or less. Not even a speed run, just a casual playthrough. There's 3 warps you have to take, which aren't that hard to find once you figure out that you can walk in the ceiling of certain dungeons. And then you just go to the end of the game. But
I
the
think the
amount of
hardest game.
practice it takes to get there.
I think I find the hardest games to be games like Deus Ex, Metal Gear, Hitman, like the stealth-based games. I think I find to be the most difficult, personally speaking.
Well, they are.
Especially
They
if
have
you're playing them on the realistic difficulty.
they have a bit of the cheap death difficulty, though.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, games like Dark Souls have that to a certain extent too.
Well, Dark Souls, like, it exists on the cheap death. Like, in Dark Souls, like the literal first game, right at the start of the game, there's a boulder that instantly kills you if you don't have foreknowledge about it.
Yep. Well, I mean, I feel like Dark Souls 3's big problem, the reason we're having so much issue with it, is invasions. Because I feel like the invasion system has real problems.
Well,
Like,
I think for the intent of the game, that maybe they should have made it so that you can only be invaded by humans on New Game Plus or over Soul Level 100 or something. Because, like, level 15 invasions with people with 2 dark hands is a little bit silly, considering the amount of DPS the dark hand can put out at level 15.
yeah.
It has like a 315 attack rating at level 15 if you build for
Really?
dark hand. Yeah, that's like stupid damage. That's like all your
That's pretty
life.
stupid damage. Like, I
And
think my main issue with it is, though, is the networking infrastructure does not seem like it's very robust.
yeah, like we
Like, I
even on
think,
console we've had a lot of laggers. And they might not have been intentional laggers, but they still were. The problem
annoying.
is, like, I, I need to have like a public announcement here. I'm not actually mad at the game when I'm complaining about the game. I play it up because we're recording and it's funny, but I'm not actually mad at them. Like, invasions are part of the game. They use the thing. If they die, they have to pick up their souls. If we die, well, we're probably at the fire, so it's not that big of a deal. It's just we lose the ember that we can get back fairly easily. But like, it's funny to see people get mad at video games. The only time I get mad for real is when I see people actually cheating. Like most of
Well,
like,
yeah.
the game's been out for like 2 years. People who are invading us are good. They've probably been playing it for those 2 years. But when they start teleporting all over the map, that's when I have issue.
Counted the worst kind, yeah. Not the console.
There's probably a way to run cheat engine into the console to make them literally invincible, but once again, it's like they come in, they waste your ember, and then that's it. If they go
Like,
hide in the enemies, then just jump off a cliff because if they literally can't be damaged, they're just making it so you can't leave the level.
which is really fucking annoying.
Yeah, like if you invade someone, come at them. If you want to hide in enemies, don't make yourself invincible when you do it, because then what's the point? Even if I kill all the enemies and get to you, you literally don't have to move because I can't kill you. But it's not going to be that big of an issue on console, unless there is a way to run cheat engine from the computer into the console.
Like, I know the worst people I've seen. I've only seen confirmed of this on me personally having seen. I'm not saying it hasn't happened, but I've only seen confirmed reports of this on PC. But what people will do is they'll glitch in something that has the has an insta curse mechanic, and they'll hit you once and you'll die. Like I know that's one of the big problems on PC right now is that.
But
Which is
like,
absolutely asinine.
well, like, what's the actual point? Does the person using that weapon get any enjoyment out of it? A
Probably because they think they're pissing people
polyhedron
off.
crystal.
You
But
gotta
like,
remember,
how?
these people get off on that sort of thing.
But how boring is it when you're in a waiting queue for like 45 minutes? Then you go up and you just hit them once, and then you get to wait for 45 minutes again.
Oh, is the waiting queue actually 45 minutes though?
Probably not on PC, depending on the time of day, but like it can be.